All right, now we're going to do some more complicated construction, but not really. We're just copying an angle twice. We're doing x plus y, so one angle plus another. So I'm just going to copy angle x and then copy angle y, but the trick is going to be to copy angle y adjacent to angle x. Copy it right onto it so that they are adjacent angles so that they can be added together and we'll get what we want. Angle addition postulate from back in the beginning of the year. Okay, so to the copying an angle, we're basically going to mimic some arcs, if that makes any sense. So let me just show you what that looks like. I'm going to copy angle x to start. So I'm going to put my vertex right on put my center on the vertex of angle x. Open up my compass to any arbitrary radius and just make that arc. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing in my new location over here. So I'm going to use this endpoint of that segment. I just drew a random segment to be one of the rays of my angle. I'm going to make that exact same arc, same radius, and open it up just as wide. Okay. I'm going to go back to my original. And what I notice here, if you're just sort of thinking this through, what I notice is there's really three aiming points now on angle x. The vertex here, this intersection point over here, and this intersection point over here. Those are the 3 points that kind of determine the angle. In my copied one, I know where the vertex is, it's right there. I know where this intersection point is, it's right there. What I'm looking for is the third one. And the way we're going to find it is to go to the known point, put my center on the known point right there, that intersection, and I'm going to open up my compass to measure the distance between those two. And again, just going to mimic that on the new angle. So just put my center on, see those two correspond, right? That intersection and that intersection kind of go together. Go ahead and make that arc. And then this point is going to correspond with this point because I just copied it. And then I'm just going to use my straight edge. Oh, that's a little bigger than I need. Let's shrink it down. And I'm going to go ahead and draw that segment. And there is angle x. Okay, now comes the fun part, copying angle y onto it. So I'm going to change colors just so you can follow it a little more easily, but effectively I'm just going to copy angle y the same way I did angle x. I'm just going to copy it onto this segment. So this red segment that I just drew is going to be my sort of starting segment, if that makes any sense. Okay, so I'm going to put my center on the vertex of angle y, open up to an arbitrary radius, make that arc. Okay, and now this one is a little trickier because they're not oriented the same way. But I'm gonna take the center of my compass and make that same arc. Whoops, that's not the right spot because that's not the vertex. So this is a mistake that you might make, and I'm going to leave it in the video because this is important to think about. My center should be on the vertex of angle y because that's where I put it to make this arc. So that's where I need to put it to make this arc. And I want to use the same vertex so that my angles will be adjacent. So I'm just going to undo that, put my center over here, and then go ahead and make that arc. Now that makes a lot more sense. Okay. Then I'm going to go back to the original angle. I'm going to again measure the distance, open up my compass to the radius. That's the same as the distance between those two. Again, put my center not on the vertex this time. Right? Look at where it was. It was on this point, which is the intersection of the ray I started with and that arc. So that's this point over here. So that's why this one's a little bit tricky. All right, so I'm going to put my center there and find that intersection point. See why it was kind of helpful to use multiple colors. You're certainly free to do that if you like. And then I'm going to go ahead and draw that ray. That's pretty good. And there we go. And now what I've done is those two angles combined together are x plus y. And that's it.